What's going on, everybody? You're on another episode of the Music Mastery Podcast with your host, Leezy the Gifted. We're on Instagram Live. We got the second phone. We're doing YouTube. Obviously, we're going to strip the audio and throw it up as just a podcast. I'm getting really, I think I'm getting my rhythm. I think I'm starting to really catch my rhythm with this whole doing two things at once. We got the iPhone, we got the IG Live, we got the YouTube, we got the audio. We got a lot going on, and I love it. For those of you who are just joining in and just like finding out who I am and listening to the podcast, welcome. Basically what I do is I'm a musician, I'm a rapper and a producer, and I've been doing music for over 10 years. And I started doing this daily podcast so that I could document my journey as an independent musician, as well as proving to you, the audience, my target market, that I'm going to show up every single day and that I care about our progress as musicians more than anybody else. So that's kind of the goal of this podcast. Once a week, I'll get on the two phones and video myself. But we do a new podcast episode every day. So if you're interested, you can go check out the Music Mastery Podcast and go subscribe to it. So what I'm going to talk about today is investing in yourself financially. And I'm sure you know the quote, "Scared money don't make no money," right? And that's super true. I've realized through my journey that you can't get to, it's really hard to move without money. If you don't have money like at all, and you're like not willing to put any money behind in your career, then you can still make progress in your career. I'm not gonna lie, you could still make progress, but it's so much harder if you're not willing to invest money. Not just time. You do need to invest time, but you need to invest money. I think in my last podcast episode that I did yesterday, I guess that would be out today. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I heard Grant Cardone say this. When you make a commitment, there's two things you need. You have to commit time and you have to commit money. If you don't commit both of those things, you're not committed. I think we're talking about career goals. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily mean in like a romantic relationship, although you are going to invest money into that, guaranteed, but not the points. And I kind of just want to talk about like why people are scared to invest in themselves and why you should not be afraid to invest in yourself. Here's the thing. If you really believe in yourself and you know for a fact you're going to make it because you know that you're going to keep pushing and keep striving and keep working no matter what, then why would it be a problem for you to invest money in yourself? Here's the problem is people think that they're going to invest money and then they're not going to get it back from the investment they just made. Yeah, like that's probably true. That's the reality. The reality is not every dollar you invest is going to make it back. It's not about winning on that one investment the first time you invest. It's about investing in yourself into a certain course or into a book or whatever and learning from it, right? I've invested in courses that literally were not worth the money. Like I've actually invested in courses and been like, damn, I didn't like this course that much. Or I've invested in courses where I'm like, I don't even want to finish this course. I don't even like it. Like it's not good. That's happened to me before. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Not a big deal. Like you lose a little bit of money here and there, but you're learning about things. I learned why that course wasn't good. Like I didn't just dismiss it. I thought about, well, why is this course not good? You know what I mean? Or why is this book not that good? Like I put books down, like even books that I've gotten recommended. I'm like, nah, I don't like this book. It's boring. It's basic. I'm not into it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, but that's okay because it got me to learn, because most of the time I would go so far as to say 50% of the time, maybe for me, 50% of the time that I've put my money down on something, I've gotten a return back. You got to do that, right? If you want to learn skills that you need to become successful, like you have to invest money into buying courses, books, and recently my favorite thing to talk about that I've invested in is mentorship, real mentorship from people who have really made it in what I want to do. You know what I mean? It's super important. And like, if you're afraid to invest in yourself, that's not about, people who are afraid to invest in themselves, what they do is they'll say, oh, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't have the money right now. Budget's tight. And like, fact of the matter is like the budget, yeah, it might actually be tight. I don't know your life. You might have bills. You might have kids to send to school. You might have diapers and food to buy. I don't know everybody's individual situation. What I do know is that a lot of the time when people say they don't want to invest in themselves or why they're afraid to invest in themselves is because they aren't confident in themselves. That's the truth. And you got to get over that, because if you really, really want to make it in this game of being a musician, you have to get over the fact that you might not be that good at everything you want to be good at. You have to get over the insecurities. You have to get over that stuff. And because here's the fact. If you don't invest money, you will not move. If you don't invest money, you will not move. If you're not willing to put it all on the line, and that really does mean losing money, you won't make it happen. You won't. And like I've said, I think mentorship is one of the most important things you could possibly get. And personally, I've just started. I'm being mentored now, and I just started being mentored by Adam Ivy. If you guys know who that is, he's, if you don't know who Adam Ivy is, you should go on YouTube and type Adam Ivy, or Instagram, look up Adam Ivy. He's an authority, and I'm personally being mentored by him, like one-on-one and in a group. It's huge. It's a big deal for me to have that kind of mentorship, and to be a part of that group. And I'm also being mentored by Gabe Schillinger, Legion Beats, who's sold over $1 million worth of beats online. That's a big deal to be mentored by those people, and it's helping me along the road. But by the way, it's not just about you put the money and then they tell you stuff and you're good to go. You actually have to do it. On Friday, I talked to Adam Ivy on Zoom, and he looked over my sales funnel and gave me amazing feedback. But just receiving the feedback isn't what's going to earn me money. What's going to earn me money is actually implementing what he said, right? And that's a really basic example of it, but it's true. And I also think that when you have that skin in the game, you really are more motivated to make it happen. When you have put, for me, I mean, at this point, I'm 10 years deep. There's no way I'm going to back out now, but it's not just about the amount of time I've spent doing music. I've been in this game for 10 years, but it's not just about that. It's about the fact that I've put oh my God, bro, I put a lot of money into this thing, man. I've put so much money into it that I look and go, I can't quit now. I put too much money into it. I've made that commitment. And so what I get bothered by is when rappers are like, no, trust me, no, believe me, I'm going to do this, I really believe in myself. Okay, cool, bro, but the only way that you're going to get me to believe you is if you've invested time and money. So if you don't invest money, financial, it's not good. And recently, I've just started offering mentorship myself, where I'm offering mentorship to people. I have 2 people I'm mentoring. I have 2 different producers that I'm mentoring on the business side of things. They don't need help with the music stuff. They could help me with the music stuff. But they're asking me for mentorship just in terms of helping them build their sales funnel, their business, not just their sales funnel, their business, sales funnel, email marketing, Facebook ads, content creation, the whole thing. That's what I'm helping them build, because I'm a couple of steps ahead of them. And it's great. I love coaching. I love it. I don't know. I think I really do think I think that's my passion. I mean, I love making music so much, but I love being with people one-on-one or in a group that are all dope people and giving them advice that's really going to help them. And I don't know. I get really fulfilled. I really, really, I really like it. I really like coaching musicians. It's super fun, because one of the things too that I like about it is I don't know. I used to think that there's so many there's so many bad musicians, and when I say bad, I don't mean they make bad music. I just mean they don't know what they're doing. They're spammy. They're not really serious. You know what I'm saying? So many of those. I don't know. Bad isn't the right word, but not serious musicians, let's say. And I got exposed to so much of that I thought that was the whole game. But when I started getting exposed to really dope artists and musicians and producers, I was like, oh man, no, there's dope people doing this thing. People like Infinity Drops, you know what I mean? People like Prism HQ, people like Official J Gold, you know what I mean? People like Downtown Burn It, people who are really doing something serious in this game. And it's I love talking to people like that. because we get to chop it up about some real good stuff, and we get enlightened. People like Charismatic, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And so I love coaching. I love it. And it's an amazing way to make money. Like, it's an amazing way. So I would recommend it. I love doing it myself. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to get coached by me, what I do is you could DM me and we could set up a Zoom call to figure out if we're even the right fit, because we might not be. You might not be in a place where I can help you, or I might not be what you need, but I would love to just try to help as many people as possible. What you should do is you should just shoot me a DM on Instagram at Leezy the Gifted. We could figure something out, but basically we could do Zoom calls. I could talk to anybody from any part of the world. We could do Zoom. If you're in the Bay Area, we can meet up in person if possible. I'm down to do that for sure. One of my clients is in the Bay Area, so yeah. If you have any other questions, I'm not going to answer any questions right now on IG Live, just because I like to save this as an IGTV video. So if you have a question, I would shoot me a DM. But yeah, thank you so much. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Instagram right now, leave a comment of what you thought and shoot me a DM if you want to get coached by me. And if you're a rapper looking for beats, you should go to giftedstarterpack.com. I'm giving away 15 free beats. And in fact, I'm about to upload some brand new beats into that bundle too. So I'm super pumped about that. Super excited. And of course, subscribe to the podcast, Music Mastery Podcast. Share it with a friend. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to talk to you. And I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
I won't let you do me wrong. Put everything in every song.